Anapa no sia me ma hwefo nyina chi ema wakwaba ediba XTV eso ene ya wada ene yo sanabosom ni de so eduba akon afimpimie ni edunimienu no emu emraso sensem akoso ye man ni amahudo sensem ayesaka ya boabo ni nyina na so ni se krogin ayede ebro se anapa no sia kase ewo XTV eso nsem ne de edoso papa peyi edima akoten bia wobete ene se trotropho edima eye ndi samanyuko no Johnson esedun ketia de atodwa ese se Ghana card no sanka eyade a obi biara sabet mi aka ne dia ka ye se eno ne de beye abato homa dia na kamfonso biara enni ho na ewo sansem yi mu no amanyosem nim defu bi so akere omadwen e de afa electoral commission hyehyeye a wode ababeto dwa se Ghana card ne so ene e ba behwe de aye abato homa no omatwe omadwen de afa ho ekyiremu se koba ne san ebesi nipa bebre hu kwan a womo entimi ento aba na imprepare so no ababeto dwa se eye Ghana ye inflations no akwako ehri akwako dru eye 31.7%. Yes, nyema mo peja na peja se na nyema bo ekoso no akwako dru 31.7%. Ehu sem ni nyina ewo kasebo mu a ye de bro nsem ne de edoso papa na poso na metimi ede amawo no kame ho fiti semre akopem say minute edunu enum eboba pa no nsia ho ya opeti de opa hwe no enunkuto na mede bro obapa me visa kosiate eni medi afejibre na mefa kasebo edi wo mankasa emfamo Trotropho penny edima NDC amanyoko no eyo penny Johnson esedun ketia dodo na efre General Mosquito wodi ababeto dwa SM se Ghana card no sanka obi biara sa kanidie sanka obi biara ewo Ghana card na eno na electoral commission edi ababeto dwa se eno so ne babehwe edi aye abato homa na akanfumso biara ni ho se edi Ghana card no ebeye krata Ghana ni biara ye behwe so edi ni din akọ abato homa ni mo nanso imprepre no wo kyerem se amafo bebre ukopiem obia yahodo a ye Ghana card na amafo etimi da ho no mpo enya de omusa etimi aka wo modie won na omo ye Ghana card na kasa mpo dia babeto dwa ese nipa bebre nso wo ho no ma ya ye omodie wi a wo mo ntimi embeji wo mo edie ifumso bebre ena wo Ghana card na ye no ehun nti anka be ye a yenhwe se sa infumso ni ohawa ewo Ghana card no ye ni nyina wi na se etimi ye ni nyina wi a ege se ye kase enu nko na be ye krata ye behwe so dia ye abato homa na ende wo mu NDC fo na ono trotropho edima NDC amanyoko no anka oni ohaw biara oni bibi biara obeka edi afa anka no de ya adwen papa na so prepare die se electoral commission say no nko na behwe so dia wo kyerem say enya de a ebetimi aboayen.
We are opposed to the fact that it has not been a complete process. Indeed, if everybody, every Ghanaian 18 years and above has the Ghana card, we will be the first group to support the use of Ghana card because it will help us to weed away a lot of challenges that attend to registration processes. But here we are. Some people have Ghana card, others don't have. So if you say that you are using only Ghana card, then from the word go, you are intentionally disenfranchising those who don't have. And we are
Entino Trotropho edima endi samanyuko no Johnson esedun ketia ene wetimi akere na adwen no na eno echi amanyosam nim difu bi nso etimi akere omadwen edi afa electoral commission nensema wodi ababeto dwase Ghana card ne so ene ebehwe edi akere amafodin edi akọ abato homa no emo womo ekyiremu se na nyema ekọ ne die se electoral commission eye nhyehyɛ bi saade ebesi amafo bebre hu kwan a womo entimi ento aba afimpimie ni adunu nan abato a ewo yem ni mu.
There were a lot of challenges to acquiring it. If you want to use it as the only legitimate document, then we should make it very easy for Ghanaians who are qualified to get it.
And then I call on the Electoral Commission that they must also do their best. It is true that they have the mandate to do what they are doing, but mandates exercised in the midst of chaos, mandate exercise in the midst of confusion brings problem. In spite of their mandate, try as much as they can to reach out to the NDC. Tell them that we understand you have issues and problems with what we do, but these are important decisions that cannot be taken without the participation of a major stakeholder like you.
Passport. What is wrong with our passport? It is biometrically generated. Why are you stopping people who have passports from participating in the process? Meanwhile, we do know that there have been instances where we have found evidence of, before you get your Ghana card, the law allows for guarantors, correct? So you can use guarantor to procure Ghana card, but you can't use guarantor to procure your voter's card. It doesn't make sense.
If I'm a Ghanaian citizen, 18 years old and of sound mind and qualified to vote, and I've not been able to acquire the Ghana card because of the rigidity of the procedure or for whatever administrative reasons that made me unable to acquire it, it means I have lost the right to vote, and that is a serious disenfranchise and a breach of my political right to exercise my franchise. I think the Electoral Commission is guaranteed the freedom and the independence to exercise decision and choice. But I think even in doing that, they need to consult widely and broadly and listen to the interests of Ghanaians that they seek to serve.
Intino amanyosem nim defo ena onwetimi ache omadwen e dia fasa nsem no ehon no na eka ne mahebedwene ye di ma de hye omo Temale Central abato mpeso so eye Haji Inusa Fuseni wono so e dia ba betudwa ese e da no ye wo ho ne Ghana mampeni na na adodan kwa Akufo-Addo ekoka yese na soafo a wono omo eye adwuma ne die adwuma na womo ye no na kwan so a eno no e yade omo bom homodin pa nti pa so be ye nsatraye e wona ben mo se na amafo bi e hye ne kutupa se wonye ne die lai enya de wobetimi ayesa na so Haji Inusa Fuseni e dia ba betudwa ese sansem na Ghana mampeni na adodan kwa Akufo-Addo ekan ne die enye nokre e otumi hu ne se omampeni na adodan kwa Akufo-Addo uniform oman Ghana mu em se oman fufuro mu e no wo san se oman Ghana mu pa no nim de ekoso e wo oman mu se na soafo no omo mbo no ma omo mbo mu humodin wo mu nye adwuma biara e wo oman Ghana mu ama Ghanafo ye ho achi ye pa anka wo kan asem a wo kan ti wo no de wo ka che omampeni se de ekoso wo oman mu no wo nim ho hwe nti e na wo kasa sa no.
When your citizens are calling for change of your ministerial your ministers, what you can do is to heed to their call and explain to them why you can't do it and at what point you can do it. But the way and manner in which the president came hard on persons who were calling for reshuffling, for me, beats my imagination. And I think that he lacks that leadership quality. He lacks the ability to speak like a leader and to carry everybody along. We are in a democracy. And in a democracy, you do what the people want and not what you want. So in a democracy, at each stage of the democratic process, there are checks and balances. You don't just wait till the president finishes his term of office and say that because he's the one in charge, at each stage of the democratic process, you are not going to question his conduct. Neutrals who are wishing this country well will begin to think that the president is intolerant. That's the first thing. Secondly, neutrals will begin to feel that the president, who is the leader of this country, is not behaving in accordance with democratic principles. When your citizens
free economy nkopiemo ewo eye akoniabedie ho nsemo ewo my Ghana mo na etiase apam bi akoso ediama Ghana Private Road Transport Union GPRTU and offense no Road Safety Management Service for nyina eni se omo aye hihye ya say no on ba behwe se wona womo ewo cars ewo omai Ghana mu no afi biara no womo ewo sike bia ewo se womo etua ne no behwe ka na wokita no enu sika ene ye bema wetua yesi wona omo taxes no afi bia no charges ye de bema womo 50 Ghana cedis na wona omo mini buses no womo so etua 80 Ghana cedis na long buses no womo so etua 300 Ghana cedis articulated trucks no woman so if you are 500 Ghana cedis na enomo na womo eye hihye ya imprempren no abo homoden omo friend centre fo nhye ma omo di nsem bi eto dwa omo chemu se yesedi omo di app bi aba eno ba beboa na ebema eye akwantwo ho nsem konya bedie nso ebetimi akon kan papa na se dia bibia akwakoye abefo ntino womo so womo di womo ho ehye ebi General Secretary Edima GPRTU eyo Penny Godfred wono ene kasa ya wochemu se san hihye ya omudi abedi eba beboa papa omodwuma no so etimi etumpon esa ne se wiase nyina bibi biara edane nte ho akwakohia section kafo nso womo so entimi edane womo ho bi.
I'm proud to announce to you that we had gone on further to even adapt the towing service as now our project, and that GPRTU will lead it and make sure all our members will subscribe. What we have to do now is that between July now up to October is going to be the incubation period where we'll have to design an app and all the other things that members will be able to hook up and subscribe to it, that whenever a car is damaged, it's easier to contact the officers there, and then your vehicle will be towed at a highly subsidized fee, which will be paid once.
Na enuechi wapeni awono ena woye Director of Operation Edima Motor Traffic Transport Department no wono nso echeche ebunkota edi chire womo akwanhia hodo a esi ye afiyi mo fiti eye January ewepem enede ni pe frame motor nanom ewonse edo na fenso no nifa epe mo so epraye wo chirechire mo na no ena wode atodwa echemo se sa app ya ewomo edi abe eba beboa papa ama akwanhia hodo a ekoso ewo ye man mo no so eno nso etu ebetimi etwa.
We have statistics for January to June, and what we are saying is that from January to July 2020, we had 886 cases being reported to the police, and out of this, those who were killed were 1,443, and those who got injured were 9,218. So basically, that is the statistics that we have from January to July. So basically, what we have is we have a marginal decrease in both fatalities and injuries. So as we progress throughout the year, we ensure that good practices by the drivers, we ensure that totally road traffic crashes that is occurring within the end of the year will gradually be downsized to the minimum.
Entino ni pa hu nsi wakasa isisi a Superintendent Dr. Sasu Mensah wono ene ye Director of Operation ewo Motor Traffic Transport Department no na wono nso ekasa wie pepepe nipa womo yi no edi free asoye no ene hwe akonebadie hu nsem so eye Ministry of Transport eye Daniel Esel wono nso edi atodwa se wobo eye GPRTU wobo mabaso papa person say prempren no digitization ekoso no se yehwe abefo kwan so ayebetimi ededi yedwuma no GPRTU so womo de wo ho etimi di ahyem a wochemu se we die anamo papa ebetimi aboa.
It is refreshing to know that one of the leading transport operators in Ghana is demonstrating safety leadership. We expect that whilst we launch the passenger manifest initiative, among others, you would take the needed measures to implement the regulatory directives as we take steps to enforce them. For the Ministry of Transport, we remain committed and we will continue to provide the needed support and the enabling environment to enable you operate effectively. It is refreshing.
No way and she shall do a woman yes and a bay I wouldn't quite ponso be huna ke bia say ya kwesi honum be ya busum bebre na esi one de akwanhia e ba ne say de o my no hye send ye te bia no sekosai edisi honum a won ba be yi edi free honum le no so ewo sika ubetu ya edi awse na be ya be ma ye kwante pon no so no eho bete na akwanhia hodo a ekoso so no eso ebetime ate edi amayem ye nto akase no so eni ye fa wonkopie mu ewo ensemfo fromo na ensemfo fromo no aban no de obunkontam edima aban no eye openi Professor Samuel Kobna enim wono nso e de atodwa sa imprempren no inflation e yade a ekọ enim papa na Ghana ye inflation no akwakodru e 31.7% ebepim July no na de say enam 31.7% na wo chire mo mantem makodu nsia no se nya ekọ enim se na niema ehwihwi ekoso no wo chire mo na ne enam so ntia sei no niema ehwi akoso no wo di emu chire mo e mansentrefo
31.7%. Yeah, the 8 to June 2022, now inflation rate now 29.8%. Each year on a year-on-year basis, year who in Sunsuni was June rate of inflation in a July rate of inflation by 1.9 percentage points. Yes, a from food and non-food inflation in a locally produced items, now imported items. Perspective, the food inflation now or name saying non-food inflation. Also, under July 2022, food inflation is 32.3. In a non-food inflation is 31.3. Yes, from locally produced items in imported items perspective, the imported items in inflation July 2022 now 31.3. In a locally produced items this year 29.1. Yes, from the regional perspectives, the Eastern region inflation not also in all the other 9 regions all the month of July 2022. Yes, from food and non-food inflation perspective, Western region in a new food inflation or Omanumudo July 2022 na new food inflation is 44.8. And from a non-food perspective, Eastern region na inflation na also. Yes, inyama oma inflation Omanumudo was July 2022 na June 2022 in Sunsuni wom inti afuto ayede to in the yentum kada CCR no inflation rate wa Omanumudo edu pempensu bia obaba form. Ode ye wodo ade monitor na ye hweda obokodo August September. Once you have the particular divisions in a particular items, on all contribute to the reduction in the rate of inflation. On obutuma maye whether ye do ye peak and ye do. Into yenshwe nyimna that ye benya war August na September 2022. 31.7%. Ye day to June.
So Professor Samuel Kobina enim wono ena wetime acheche nsemo senia inflation no kosoro no na wetimi acheche mo no yenja ne sam so na no pe kase ye wodi mo no yemfeni nyina mfensi ye da wasesa onya bre enya daje na wo hwe XTV ya no pa no nsia kase ohun me live wo Facebook XTVGH ye wi a nya bon sem nyina bede wo YouTube ye XTV Ghana, TikTok XTV 391, Instagram XTV Ghana, Twitter XTV Ghana. Anope men first dan fama chichi beauty parlor na jese na wohwe no na wohwe wiye no ye ya ewremu a ene sante hu behia pa menem se na wohwe wiye amafo I invite wo obekọ programs ahodo bebre na wo konso wo se wo ma wo hotimi eyefe na ho na be ma wo ho ayefe eye chichi beauty parlor wo no nkwan na be ma wo ho ayefe yi ankasa utina aye prokisi ewo tiso no bomoden a na kona ko sesemo wone osino bomoden na kona ko ye pedicure ni manicure ni nyina wo ye bi mbeka fefefe na wetimi etwa kama na wo de akọ freno ewo 0547254078 0547254078 Samsung ayet question sesebra sesi chichi sesi wenim kama e de ama we wie dia ehun behia so wono so be mo atade papa e de atoso na ayet se emane mema mofra ne mpanifo wapam ne nyina bi ewo ho ebi nso ana wo de wo pese osua adepam no waye krado papa se wo becho wase freno ewo 0242389851 0242389851 anope do jira camera na chi emame eye DJYX fresh boy ba ko pe ko pie mo ewo ebisi a ho nso de twa mitil mo eye Bismarck abla lonson etan de chi na nipa okunchi nse nyina gu krata so mame ombe kinkan edima wo eye Zenab Ahasa na me kinkan edima wo nso eye obapa Mavis akosia ate sa wo di dwumbe bi ansa na manfo be hu wechira kwan nwetimi enu edidwa ma wodwedwe ne so edimo paadia XTV marketing team no ya bapa ediamo ehu behia so bebo wedwuma no hu deru na manfo be hu wechira kwan enu edidwa XTV say for your marketing team no it was 0204 700 404 0204 700 404 say hospital na webie anapose clinic restaurant school na wabie upesa amafo hu wechira kwan edu omuma eba honum dia enu ani XTV yenkwa ne bebo mu de rodi amom ma amafo etimi ehu wechira kwan kuma bi pa ne ebeje wo de fe keke e was 0204 700 404 me da wase Emma mo any shame. Miss also, my good moon sem at was so a dear mamma never microphone at a crowd of papa. The echoes were good moon sem were bobbing in Anna, what the ebro more if you didn't enter here, and was Emma mo any shame.